striving to do live, but I guess because I'm just beginning, I can't do live yet, okay? So we're just gonna talk. Let's have a conversation. What is going on with our world today? What is going on with our world today? If anybody's very confused with what is going on right now, take comfort with knowing that what is happening is exactly what is supposed to happen. You know, and the cycle continues to go and go and go and go. There has to be something to break that vicious cycle. And that is exactly what it is right now, and it's the unveiling. The world is split, okay? And it is quite... you could see it right in front of you. You can see everything right in front of you, that certain beings belong to a higher plane, and certain beings belong to a lower plane. And having said that, don't get stuck on striving to teach everybody to do their due diligence and do what's right. I mean, like, you can facilitate. You can't actually, you know that saying, you can't make a cow like drink the water like the side inbox, if you know what it really means. But my whole point is the principle is you can't move the cow. The cow has to move itself. You can't change others. They want to change themselves. You can't help others. They want to help themselves. However, you can support. You can support, and don't ignore the signs. If you feel like there's something that you need to do because there are so many beings out here right now that need help, love and pray, have faith. Those three things will take you a long ways, all right? Rather than, oh, well, I hope that you do better. I wish you well, or whatever the case. Does the person really wish you well? Every time I say something and then somebody's response is, I hope that you're good, or just text me randomly, I hope. I'm like, you hope? I'm like, well, that's good for you, but I would rather you have faith that I'm good. Because hope doesn't do anything, okay? Hope is dead without faith, and faith is dead without works. So having said that, don't feel like you going to church and doing what you feel is covering up for all of your dirty schemes. Not sure who that goes to, but a lot of people, they're saying like the cover up, like I'm showing like someone covered by like a snuggle blanket or something, and they're basically saying like it can only keep you somewhere. All right, and having said that, now I'm going into a different topic: relationships. That relationship, that crunch, that crutch, that whatever you want to call it, they only can go so far. You know what I mean? You can only hold on to that. And having said that, you can't hold on to a star, because a star is consistently and constantly on their healing, okay? And a real star knows just who they are. You know what I mean? And having said that, you can't help that you're a star. You can't help that you shine. You can't help, because what is yours, and, you know, and everything happens in its time. So it's like a star, there could be one star in the sky and you can see it because it is so bright. With all of its luminous light, it is so bright, everybody has to see it. It even shows up in the night, you know what I mean? And that is exactly the way you are. Don't dumb down who your being is for others to please, because it isn't going to do anything. Best believe, I'll tell you that much, because it's like nobody really respects a person that's going to change for them. I mean, like, really and truly, you're not supposed to want a person to change for you. You're supposed to want them to change for themselves in all actuality. And everybody's always here living with expectations, but really and truly, when you put expectations out there, then there are certain standards to be met. You know what I mean? And if they're not met, are you going to be sitting there happy, or are you going to fret? You know what I mean? So being kind, please be kind and do rewind. Oh, okay. Please be kind and do rewind. I know it had a different meaning in one of my other videos, but right now they're saying please be kind and do rewind. Like, listen to what you say. Listen to your words. And not only that, listen to how people stay. I swear, I just sit here and be quiet, and if I could just listen to people and hear what they're saying, like half the times people will air out themselves, people will speak too much. And having said that, if you have a person that is around you that won't stop talking, let them talk. And when they're done talk, then you talk. Or you could just say, I simply don't feel like entertaining this right now. You know what I mean? But if you're anything like myself, you're probably very polite and sometimes strive to find the nicest way to let others down. Okay, well, if there really isn't a nice way to say it, then there just isn't a nice way to say it. However, we all have free will and we all have a choice. So make your choice, choose your battle, choose your course. There is a crazy energy going around. I'm feeling a lot of anxiety, and having said that, a lot of my loved ones are dealing with a lot of anxiety, depression, mental conflictions, and I wanted to let you guys know that half of those, the majority of those mental conflictions, all of those obstructions of the mind, the majority of them don't even belong to you. They're just projections of others, of what they wish for you, but that doesn't work out in your favor, works out in their favor. Isn't that selfish? That's so fucking selfish. Yeah. And so there's a few things, so that I wanted to cover, but I also wanted to speak about loneliness. I feel like one thing that always helped me when I felt lonely as a child, because you as a starseed, you as a chosen one, you as an indigo child, call it whatever you are, God star, golden star. Okay, chosen one's the same. Anyways, you as a chosen one, you've promised on your life. You really have promise on your life. Why didn't I promise this? Yeah, because you as a chosen one, I'm hearing it is lonely at the top. It is lonely at the top of Mount Everest, I guess, because it's cold. So they're saying it's cold. It's a long journey up to the top, and it's cold to get there too. You know what I mean? But best believe that it all will pay off. It all will pay off, okay? You think of, they're showing me someone giving birth, as explicit as that is. When you're born alone. Now they're showing me a casket. When you die alone. You know what I mean? And then that brings me to that type of saying that I don't know exactly, and I know you guys knew I was gonna go there, but people are born alone, they die alone. And based on all the fallacies in the world that they show, you know what I mean? Do they feel like they aren't supposed to be alone? But in all actuality, nobody really wants to be alone, but it is best to set yourself up in a way that you're okay to deal with surprises, you know what I mean? Because if you have expectations, like I said, and they're not met, then all of a sudden you feel upset, you know what I mean? You feel down, you feel whatever, you know what I mean? But if you actually already prepared yourself for that, then no pain, no gain. Yeah. So chosen ones, it is a very lonely road. It's not an easy road. Ooh, it's not. It's really not an easy road, you know? But having said that, you gotta keep faith. Gotta keep faith that God is pathing your way. And you're walking it the righteous way. If you're gonna I hate when people are like, oh, I didn't mean to do that, but they actually did it. It's like you premeditated. You meditated on doing it, and then you did it, and then you dare say that you didn't mean to do it. You didn't mean to do it. So if you mean to do it, then do it in full conviction. If you're gonna be bad, then be the baddest. If you're gonna be great, be the grandest. You know what I mean? Quit pussyfooting, right? Just do it. Having said that, I would like to put up more videos. I'm just having a little bit of difficulties with being at full capacity, which I put that message out on my Snapchat too. And it feels like if anybody could relate to me, oftentimes there are other beings that are going through similar experiences, like maybe the same feeling, but not the same experience. And if you really think about it, everybody shouldn't be experiencing the same thing. You know what I mean? And how can we really learn from our experiences and learn from one another? You know what I mean? And it was just like I was speaking on my show, again, I'm just jumping into a whole bunch of different things, of that people were always talking about finding someone with your equal vibration, and the thing about it is, what is equal? You know what I mean? So long as they're being of love and light, you know what I mean? Because everybody's not really at the same level. If you think about it, nobody's better, nobody's worse, but I'm saying they're not, because we were all uniquely made, you know, and we were made in God's essence, right? Yeah, but I wanted to talk more about that mental confliction thing. A lot of those things are projections. A lot of people that didn't see you get so far, you know, I realized when a lot of people are mean and they really had no right, like how dare they? They had the audacity in here. So they had the audacity to do that because it makes them feel better. It makes them feel better and covers it up. It conditions their bullshit for being bullshit to you, if that makes any sense. If they make you look bad, then if they make you look bad first, then you won't look at their scars, you know, or for remorse. It's kind of like that's rude. I don't body shame at all, but like, no, it's not fat girl syndrome, it's bully syndrome. It's like a lot of bullies are being bullied. A lot of pedophiles were pedophiled on, like, you know what I mean? So having said that, cycles need to break, and there has to be one person to make that change. And having said that, just because you're awake, it doesn't mean that everybody wants to wake up too. Do you like being woken up before your time? A lot of people, I used to look at it like, how could they want to sleep? How could they? But really and truly, how do you know what is there for you if you really don't know? Because you're not even making an effort to go. You know what I mean? If you continue to stop and second guess, that second that you took to guess, you would have made that step. And having said that, I speak it how I knows it, and I goes with it how I flows with it. I go based off of experience, not only based off of books. You know, a lot of our knowledge, all of our knowledge is inscribed in all of us that we seek outside of self. But having said that, you cannot only stand on your own faith, right? And even though it's not an easy road, and it is a lonely road, we all need support. We all love to be appreciated. We all like to be acknowledged. We all do. And if you don't, well, then there might be a deeper underlying, you know what I mean? Not saying there's something wrong with you with like, I'm not about to label, you know what I mean? It just means it's just some looking into, you know what I mean? But having said that, we're always looking into, you don't feel like that? And having said that, I feel like there's like a spotlight, like, I don't know if you're in the spotlight, like for music, you're a motivational speaker or a teacher or whatever, but I'm seeing stage in a spotlight. So as you are hiding who you are, people already know you're a star. They already know you're a star, and that's just what you are. You are who you are. I am all that I am. That is all I can be, right? All I can be is me, and in tune with love to connect me to be. Yeah, so a lot of loneliness and everything, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. For instance, like, it is a spiritual warfare, so you cannot deal with everything on the physical plane, right? And if you're really going with the vibration right now, it feels like a lot of beings are ergo saying that they don't feel like they're in their body, like they're having an outer body experience all the time. Not all, or maybe, you never know, because nobody really knows what they're going through until, you know, they really feel it or experience it or see it from a different perspective. So yeah, full capacity. Brain is at full capacity. It doesn't mean that you can't put anything more in there. It means that you have to be wary of what you store. Okay? So it's like every time like you're talking, and then it's like garbage disposal. Not because what you're saying is garbage, but you see how quick a garbage disposal can get rid of garbage. Same thing. It's like you have, there's no filter. There's no filter. There's no room to put bullshit. There's no tolerance for fuckery. There's none. Like, you're done with it. You're done with it. And just because you know what you want, it doesn't mean that you are too high maintenance. Are you not supposed to live in high maintenance? Do you think that our ancestors, our loved ones, and other beings that passed on thought about everybody else, what they thought about their gift? They had to embrace in their own gift because that's all they knew. And you really don't know how powerful you are until all you have is power to use. Because you ain't trying to lose. You ain't trying to lose. So, a way that I find, I deal with loneliness at times, but I don't really feel too lonely. Not too often. I mean, sometimes I may sit there and be like, maybe I'm worthy of, maybe, or what did this person mean? Or but like from I start to get to think, nah, neurons and atoms, You cannot make me work overtime in my mind. I need that. I need my crown to hear when my spirits hold me down. I need to hear it. And it's like a deterrent type of energy. And like last night I was speaking on my Snapchat. Nori here to tell a story. I believe it's Nori Goddess 84. But what I was saying there, scratch that voice. Exactly like I told you, Dustpan. I guess they just didn't want me to continue speaking on that. They're like, on to the next. It's like, on to the next. So it's like somebody, I would like literally do something and then forget I did it. Like, it's crazy. It's like, it's also like it's like challenging you to strengthen your mind, challenging you to look into that, like challenging you to maybe do like more reading. It's like knowledge is power and power is knowledge and wisdom. Like, if you feel like this life, like something's gotta give and it's not gonna be you, let it do what it do. Let it give. Let it give. Be wary of your thoughts. Be wary of your words, because you are in high manifestation mode and you might manifest the wrong things. And as you're praying, loose lips sail ships. Alright, so as you're praying to God, this crackhead down here can hear you too. Do you know what I mean? He can hear you too. So either way, he can hear you too. Right? So don't make no mistakes that all of a sudden it is just like I asked for. Is it? Is it? Might want to use your better discernment. How? That's a good question. How do you use your better discernment? Pray. Pray about it. Ask God to give you a sign before you make another move. You think using your better discernment is asking your best friend because they know you the most? Nobody knows you more than your father. Nobody knows you more than your mother. Having said that, do they? I'm not referring to this father. We're going into a whole bunch of different, just catch my lingo, and if you don't, I'm sorry, I don't know what to do. The bringo. Anyways. Having said that, I find that a lot of parents don't even know us, like, and that's why we have to break our generational curse, because having said that, that's going into my next thing that God wanted to speak about, breaking generational curses and watching your movements when you're doing it and making sure when you're moving swift, okay? Because everything that you do falls back upon your children. Make no mistake. Oh, they don't have a child yet. Okay, well, you will. Or when you do. You know what I mean? What falls off your head falls on your shoulders, and your shoulders is your offsprings. So, having said that, I strive a lot to like damn near kill myself with perfection that I cannot complete. You know what I mean? But one way for me to let go of things that I had no control control over is by saying, I had no control over it. You have no control over if another person seeing you as inferior to them, if they abuse you, use you, lose you. You have no control over that. You can only control what you actually can control. So control what you can control and let God control what he needs to. Let God let go, right? So one way that I accepted that was, just because a person is wrong to me, it doesn't mean that I'm wrong. It doesn't mean that I'm a bad person. Just because they don't know how to accept me being love and being like free spirit, it doesn't mean that that dampens my energy. It doesn't soil. You know what I mean? It doesn't spoil. You know, we are giving a lot of beings our power by not knowing our own. Not knowing our own. All right. And a lot of times we like to ask others, but we don't know what they actually feel. You could only hope. You could give faith that they have your best interest, or you could go to the one that is your best interest. You know what I'm saying? Everything is perspective. Everything is based on your perception. People see the world through their eyes. Do you see the world through my eyes? You can't. It's not a possibility. You can't. You could live, grow, and die with someone old. You still can't see the world through their eyes. They have their body and you have yours. Better realize. So, yeah, there's just a few things, but my phone is full. I can't go live right now. So I'm just gonna fill the shit up out of the uploads. I'm gonna continue doing Snapchat. They're gonna continue erasing my messages, continuing just what's that word? Contorting? Messing up my message. Fucking not really able to find it. Misconstruing the message. But that's not the word I was looking for, but that is a perfect word. Thank you. But I'm caring again. Be kind. Do rewind. Be kind. You can only. They're saying don't allow someone to take up your time in your mind. Okay? A lot of people, we're going back to the elderly beings again, and a lot of beings will, one partner will die, and then the other one dies of a broken heart. Do you know what I mean? Like, it is strong, the ties of love. So the only way that you could really be in tune with that is by going into nature. Hug a tree. Is it weird? Well, you used to do it when you were a child. Why is it weird? It's weird to hug a tree, but it's okay for you to live off of their oxygen. That bewilders me. And then having said that, I'm not one to judge, so everything in increments, everything in small pieces. They're showing me Reese's Pieces. Those are pretty small pieces. You know what I mean? Actually, to be honest with you, I love Reese's Pieces, but I just found it so annoying that they're just so tiny, so flavorful and so tiny. It's like, anyways, I don't know why they're showing. Oh, that's my daughter. Okay, and do only what you can, what you're able to do. You could burn out, you know. You can't just plug you in to the wall, all right? And then recharge. Having said that, you could plug in to the wall of the source, of spirit source, right? And he will always refuel you. Like, you're out here, and I'm hearing, I don't even have but a peg leg to give. You know what I mean? But that didn't stop them from taking that from within you, beneath you, sorry. Yeah? All you can do is not give. Just love. If you have no more to give, then that means you needed to live. Refuel. Fuel up. taking away from that cup. However, if I have enough to give, and that is the weird thing about it. If you have enough to give, how do you have enough to give? Well, I'll tell you how you have enough to give. If you know where to go to get some more. And I'm not talking about people. We're not vampires, okay? This is not Vampire City, okay? This is not Dracula they're showing me. I've come to suck your blood. Nah. Nah, no more of that. That's bringing me back to relationships again. What's with all this relationship talk? I know I have nothing against. I've always been like the third wheel in every like relationship, I'm telling you. And yes, I do have relationships. Yes, I have had. But my thing is when I realized how much of a relationship I had with myself, I didn't realize if anybody else could do the same. You know, and having said that, I'm open. I am an open source of love. You know what I mean? And I give faith. You know? But love is enough. And the thing is to feel whole, right? But you can't feel whole from a person, a human. They don't have all of those ingredients that you need to make your buffet. They weren't born that way. Stop putting so much pressure on others to help you. You don't even need to be helped. Not that way. Not by them. Not by them. In fact, God is sending you a whole bunch of beings who is your real help, your real friends, your real support, your real familia. They're coming to you. Okay? Because everybody's like, well, I always win last. Nice guy wins last. Nice guy wins last. Nice guy wins. That's key. Who said they win last? Why do they win last? Because they're nice? That just doesn't sit right with me. It doesn't. These things more that I could. Where's my mineral slide? So every time I turn on the news, I see something scary. Every time I turn on the TV, I see something. Every time I step outside, I see something scary, and it's just so scary. And I feel like, you know, people always say if they're disrespecting somebody that who is no longer here in physical presence, and they say they'd be rolling around in their grave. Bro, I'd be like, rolling around in their grave? Can you imagine how God feels? God wants good for you. God wants good for me. God wants good for everybody. And you shouldn't ever feel bad. You are an earth angel and you are set. You are setting balance. You are set. You're in preset. You'll always be set. You got the keys here. I got the keys. You got the keys. Your prayers are bees knees. Keep getting this channel of milk and honey, man. Okay, no, I'm not gonna really recite that. Somebody's really feeling you. A woman, not a male. Somebody's missing that thing, girl. Anyways. I would like to do things different. Everybody's always like, I'm doing it unique, I'm doing it different than others, I'm doing it whatever. Just do it with love. You know, because you're already different. You look different, you were made different. You're different. You know, I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. You pulled up to the scene with your ceiling missing. Right? Anyways. Hold on, give me a moment, guys. Just a moment. Where is my next Okay. This is my kryptonite. I have my coffee. I have my split. And I'm great. I'm feeling great. Okay. We can set our standards as high. We can raise the bar as high as we want to. You know what I mean? But it really doesn't take much to make me happy. I'm not a materialistic being either. I would love to be, but material holds no fucking power to me. It really doesn't. You want to know what makes me feel good? And having said that, you're getting more in tune and in frequency with all the beings around you, and maybe you're hearing, feeling more, seeing more, being more, doing more, dreaming more. Ooh. I know I am. And I wanted to tell you, don't be scared. So I hear things, I see things, you know what I mean? It ain't new. Everybody mentally says, I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think that it is very ignorant for anybody to feel like you're the only beings here. You're not. If this is the physical and we're talking about the spiritual being, like obviously there is a whole there's different planes. There's different astral planes. You're not the only person here. Just human. Humans and their fucking egos. I'm sorry I always talk like that. A lot of times I feel like less humane, more angelic. I don't feel like I'm here. I feel like I'm floating about somewhere. I could just be in great pain and astral project to anywhere. And apparently that's powers too. It's powers too. Actually, take a paper and write down all of your traits, all of your assets, all of the reasons you love yourself. And look at all the reasons that others love you too. You might just find that there might be a lot of similarities. We are our own worst critic. We are, in a way. Overthinking. If I overthink for myself already, you think I'm gonna allow another person to run through my brain all day and help me overthink some more? My thing is, right now, you feel stable. You feel of stature. You know what I mean? You feel like you're walking in God's essence. You know what I mean? You hold that power. Everywhere you walk, people see it. That shit can't hide. Shit can't hide. Why would it? It's all light. Yeah. But I don't know. I never understood wickedness. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't even feel good being mad. It doesn't feel good being sad. It doesn't feel good hurting someone's feelings. It doesn't feel good with altercations. And having said that, don't think I'm a pussy, because I'm not. You want to know the joke? Light beings are like the sweetest beings in the world, but we're also the most dangerous ones too, because we would do anything to protect ourselves. And you know what? You know who's even harder than us? God and our spirit guides. Having said that, a lot of these rituals, a lot of this magic, a lot of this bandulo bullshit, voodoo shit, it's all backtracking. And it's not only going back to these wicked beings, it's going to their children. That doesn't make me feel good. That just doesn't make me feel good. It's like, you really have to watch what you do to others, because that shit doesn't only fall upon you, right? And the majority of the shit that we're dealing with is because of, karmic repercussions that we didn't take in past lives, or our ancestors didn't, you know what I mean? And make no mistake that you're here. You're here living in the now, right? I don't want to live. I don't this. I don't that. always talk about, I wanted to cover that too, when they talk about God doesn't give you more than you can handle. Yo, I would sit there and I'm like, I just don't understand that, because I can't handle this. This is too much, dear Lord. What do I do with this? What did I do to deserve this? Why? You know what I mean? And it wasn't until I was watching a lovely lady that went through the works as a teenager and then became a pastor, right? Amazingly, I don't remember her name right now, but she said that God is with you through the trials and the errors, and he goes with you through the tribulations to redeem you. That's what it means. He was there with you when you cried. He was there with you when you sighed. He was there with you when nobody was there. He was there when you didn't know why. And he redeemed you. He put you on that pedestal. And everybody's going to see, because nothing stays dark under the sun. With the sun, you can see everyone. Like, I'm seeing somebody walking through a dark cave with a flashlight. Where'd you get that light? Everywhere you shine that, it's going to be bright. You know? Utilize your light. Trust in you. Trust in you. And we'll talk about Family Day too. So happy Family Day coming from Canada, Ontario, Canada. And really and truly, I have a big family. I'm a single parent of 6, and nothing is more beautifying. Nothing is more beautifying than being a parent. I mean, like, sure, I'm single, but I mean, what don't kill you makes you stronger. But I'm hearing that song from I don't know the word. It's Christina Aguilera. Thanks for making me fire. Yeah, but I'm hearing that exactly. It made you fire. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Exactly. If you didn't go through that shit, you would not be who you are. It just would not be it. A lot of people turn around and be like, how do you do it? How do you do it? I'd be like, well, it's like my mom used to say. I'm just like Nike. I just do it. You don't have a choice. It's when you start thinking, when you start overthinking, that you stop doing what you're actually doing. And so long as you're alive, you should be achieving. Okay? And you may not know where to go. Certain beings may be, I guess I'm channeling someone who's starting their journey. But for the simple fact that you're inquiring, or that you recognize that you want to go somewhere, that is rewarding too. You know what I mean? So everything is perception. Everything is perception. I'm so grateful that spirit guides are allowing me to record right now, because I have not been able. I have so much to say, and I can never. And then my son, every time I'm about to draw, he's like, he just over all my books, over everything. So like, you know, and the computer crash and rate. Having said that, nobody can stop your shine. Nobody can stop your shine. Only you can dull your shine. Right? So take yourself out of that one-track mind. And then having said that as well, it's like a vortex. It's like a vacuum. I'm seeing it again, the vacuum, but like just not like, you know, vacuums have many different attachments, but I'm seeing the one that is the hose. Once you aim that hose of what you're aiming into, it just sucks it up. Gone. Right? Well, same thing as toxic stuff. If you're around a whole bunch of toxic beings, then that's all you're going to be. If you're around a whole bunch of positive beings, that's all you're going to be. If your mind is constantly thinking negative, then you're going to go down that